Where is where is my phone? Where is my phone? Oh, there it is. All right. Okay. We start right away. Hello, guys. Hello, welcome to another part. Welcome to another gameplay. So we're gonna do it. Today we're gonna play this Slay the Princess, as you probably see here and probably from the title if you watch it later. Welcome again to the stream. How is everyone? Tell me, how was your week? I have 1 week to stream, so tell me, how was your week? This game, I want to go straight to the game. This game is very interesting. I think if you ask me, this game is not meant for everyone, and that's for sure. It's very unique game. It's not that you need to have skills to play the game, but there is a narrator, as you see here. It always tells you everything. The narrator, obviously, and the only thing you have to do is to choose something. It's gonna give you choices, and you choose your own path. That's all. But the story is really good, as they say. I saw a little bit from the game, and it was pretty good. It has multiple endings, if I'm not mistaken. There are 4 of them. I'm not sure, but there are multiple endings. Depends how you're gonna reply to the story. I'm not gonna read this. You are here to slay the princess. Don't believe her lies. That's what it says here. It came out 23 October, 23rd October 2023, and right now it has a small discount, 20%, 14 euros. I bought it with this discount. Of course, there's more battles and stuff. You can go check them out. I don't want to lose time right now with this. Full price 18 euros, let's say 18 euros, the full price, a small discount right now. Slay the Princess, the game. Let's just go right into it. Look at this nice wallpaper. I like it. I just like it. All right, if you have any problem with the stream, is lagging, you don't hear me, I don't know, something is lagging. Oh, it's the first time that I run it, the very first time. All right, let's open like that. Still has something here. So this is a horror game, and it's not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need a full list of content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flinker images. Okay, okay, we know that. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, you have heard and see them through. Alright? There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. I like it. This is a love story. Alright, I like because they say that. They're not wrong choices. I will play. I don't know how will I choose as I would go there. I'll see. I have no quick save F5 and quick load F9. All right. One thing before I start, I need to see the preferences. The music, the sound, all the sound, the background sounds, ambience and whatever, they're so good. They're so good, guys. I will go obviously with a full screen. You can have these things blanking and off skip and stuff. You can choose whatever you prefer. It has good things to choose from. But we're gonna go into the game. It's the princess. Chapter 1, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So this is it starts like that. All right, let's see. You can skip, of course. I cannot move it far forward. You can save. Okay, so we're in the path in the woods, and the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a
You're here
princess.
to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so these are our choices right here. Maybe I need to move my camera or something, my web camera later, because I think some of the subtitles are like bigger. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she locked up? Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Ooh. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silence continued to the cabin. Turn around and leave. So you see, you can do whatever you like in this game. Normally this game is around 5 hours, but it's not something fixed. It depends how you play the game. I mean, you can skip it right away. Alright, let's see. The end of the world, what are you talking about?
About the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she is dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? I like that. Have you considered that maybe she's the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Ooh. Killing someone generally seems bad. Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? I like that. Do I get some sort of reward for doing that? Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll look for her. Alright, so I was thinking about... Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Ah! What? Alright, but how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? I like that he doesn't want, at least for now, give me some evidence why she's so bad and I want to kill her and stuff. Because he lies probably, okay. I don't know why yet. But he doesn't tell me something. Why should I kill her? Because I'm here, that's what he said. Because if I don't want to kill her, then it's better to leave. So, something... Don't tell me, if you don't tell me what she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she locked up?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Why do you want me to kill her? Why? What's the reason? I still don't know and you don't tell me. You don't want to tell me. Ah, so I'm keep... Oh, so the only thing I have to do now, because I don't obviously he's not gonna tell me. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. No. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. What? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. No. Did I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Ah, alright. Yeah. Sorry. Alright, let's go. Let's go silent to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I was muted there. Yeah.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I can enter the basement or take the blade first. I can enter without taking the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I like his
The door
voice.
to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Depends how you see that, I said.
Who's there?
It's me, Mario.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I like his voice, and I think I like her voice as well. I need to listen more, but I love his voice. Voice of the hero. Oh, it's my voice, this.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi. I think I'm here to kill you. Just checking it on you. Continue down the stairs.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Damn, that's so sexy voice.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you got me. I'm here to slay you. No. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk, steal your nerves, and step forward. What?
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Unceremonious.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
True. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
True. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Uh-huh. Are you coming on to me? Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Why I'm here to kill you? I have my reasons. Do you think I would just come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That's pretty much it. That would be ridiculous. That's what's happening actually. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? You're supposed to end the world. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe. Yeah, let's go with this one.
Believe me.
Why? I don't know you. I don't know her. Why should I believe you instead of her?
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Little cola for now. That's just the dynamic of our situation. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? There's people out there who thinks you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Why?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
I think.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Okay.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall?
That was my question in the first
Why
place.
I'm allegedly so dangerous?
I've been told enough. I was hoping you would tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
You're welcome.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave.
I'm just gonna leave.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
True.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either.
Yep.
Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
That's why I was hoping you'd tell me what happened.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Well, it's a start, and maybe I will believe you, and maybe not. Depends.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Blind trust. I don't like blind trust if I don't know you.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything.
True.
All for the sake of one person. And a subjugating monarch, no less.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
If there isn't, so...
well, we can always put that knife to good use.
To kill the narrator. Or kill me.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess! End the story. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. Yes, I want to play the game. If I just kill her, the story is gonna end. If I let her go, the story also is gonna end.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
We'll see.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Or more difficult.
And if you don't...
What?
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
How?
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
I made my choice. I'm looking her in the basement.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
Okay, that's a compromise.
You're making a mistake.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
So you're not good at all. Doesn't seem like a good word from a good person.
She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work.
Can we?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
She's knocking the door.
It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. And it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
No.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. For fuck's sake. Conscience, whatever. So all that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Ignore and go to sleep. No.
I could be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
Yeah, that's true.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken.
I have a question.
Shoved out of the way.
Why did I pull a table on the door, behind the door from my side, while the door opens from the inside, as I see? I mean, the door opens from the other direction. Why did I put a table there? What's the reason behind that? Alright, so maybe I need to put myself a little bit higher. Oh, sorry for that. Maybe I need... Oh, yeah. I'll stay here so you can read the titles, the subtitles. Is it good? It's gonna be good. Alright, I'll stay here.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
I didn't help you. I mean, I didn't kill you. That's kind of help.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Maybe the next gameplay?
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is.
So she killed me?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, well that was fast. Chapter 2, The Nightmare. Oh, alright.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait, what happened? Chapter 2 and I start from the beginning. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Oh, there it is. Wait, hasn't this already happened? But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Shh. What if he hears us? That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for you?
Still alive?
No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't. Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can. Just be quick about it.
I'm just speaking around here. In the end, shut down all of my organs. What the hell I'm supposed to do about that? To quote you from the last time around, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
Should I just kill her now? I mean, the game wants me to kill her. Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
No, you already made them complicated. If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me? I like this answer.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. It's just the way things are. You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us?
True.
I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is.
So now the game is desperately, again, but a little bit more this time, desperately trying to tell me to kill her. So I was about, I mean, I want to kill her, but I think I want not to kill her right now.
And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job.
Can I set her free now? But she was free already before.
We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know.
No.
Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word. He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see the way he keeps pushing us? We have to get out of here.
I like that I have a conflict with myself. Myself is the paranoid, I guess.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I like it. Turn around and leave. No, proceed.
A warning before you go any further.
Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Alright. In this chapter, I'll try to compromise a little bit to set her free.
Lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
I will just let her free now. But I will talk with her first.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
But she left the knife there, the dagger. She left the knife there. She left it. She pushed the table. The mirror wasn't there, wasn't it?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And she didn't escape. She's still in there.
Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time.
I think the mirror also wasn't there. I'm not sure though.
It's just an empty frame. She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together.
All of you.
The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out.
Your task awaits, and only you can do it. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. True, there wasn't a mirror before, wasn't it? This whole cabin is different than I remember. Is being approached the mirror, take the blade. I'll take the blade,
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor.
just in case.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Still can't lie to us.
Is it gonna be enough, though?
Yeah.
Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
A bomb.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
What?
There's definitely a mirror.
There's definitely a mirror.
There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Okay, I'll do it. Fuck it. I'm curious. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't matter. Remain silent. Why would you lie about there is no being a mirror then it's clearly right there? What's the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
This whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different. He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before.
The three of you.
Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
True, I guess.
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Approach the mirror. I'm curious, man.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty
It's
basement
empty.
door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
That's my
I
hand?
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Enter. Did you see my hand?
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
Where are the eyes? Oh, the eyes, yes. Oh, I didn't notice. I saw some circles, but I didn't notice they were actually eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Yes. I'm for that.
Okay, we need a game.
I'm in for that.
Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is to throw a knife? I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think that I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimistic right now. Step off into the void. Oh, that was beautiful. I'm going to talk to her.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago?
No.
She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
I have a knife.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
It's very weird, to be fair.
No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
I like how actually the game developers trying to conflict with actually their own, but I'm in the middle, so it's like I'm talking with a narrator. So actually the two people are fighting together, the developers with the narrator. I mean, actually all the developers did everything, but it's funny how this goes.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
Pick a direction?
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Where have I heard this again? I'm going to find you. Da-na-na-na. I've heard that in a horror game again. Alright. Go left, go right, do nothing. Go back the way you came. No, probably I will go this way. I don't know why, because they go there. There's some eyes here, but it's actually on my screen, not on the path. So I'll go right.
You turn to the right.
Yeah.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Hello, sweetheart. You look worse than before.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why?
Because I'm cute.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Liver, nerves, heart.
Why won't you finish me off?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then...
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
But that stupid cabin wouldn't let me, so I started to drag your body out with me, and then...
Why, you died before I could get to the door. and then I was here, and now you're here too.
So I didn't die after all.
I don't think I can leave without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Liver, nerves,
So she can't live without me,
liver,
this place. So she needs me.
heart, lungs, liver.
Why won't... if you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Nerves,
I'm alive because you want to go out, not because you're nice.
liver, nerves,
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
So I can die multiple times. Seems like she can kill me.
You seem miserable.
No, you seem miserable. Definitely. Or both of us, who knows?
liver,
You're a lunatic, you know that, right? Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
No, because you want to go out.
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop.
Hey, snap out of it.
Okay, deep breath, we're fine. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
One moment, and then you're gone. Just like that.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
Ah, and there's the fear.
Heart, lungs, liver. She pulls away. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Heart, lungs, liver.
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. And if I let you out, what then?
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
We don't have to...
Liver, nerves.
We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
Heart, lungs,
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver.
Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
To make sure I stay free.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Being around you is agony. I'm not going to stick around. You're a lunatic, you know that, right?
I am what I am. And right now, I'm in control.
Heart,
By me, right?
So, you might want to be a little nicer to me.
she raises one long gloved finger, its tip hovering just over your skin, seeming to enjoy the lingering threat. But she withdraws, sparing you another momentary glimpse of death. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
How about I just kill you instead?
The princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably, and you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Thinking about that knife, are we?
Yep.
Put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens. Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine. And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver, nerves.
And what if I refuse to let you out? What happens
We're
then?
stuck down here together until you change your mind.
Lungs, static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear.
Ooh, that's kinky.
No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Or until your heart finally gives out.
Lungs,
And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out.
heart, lungs,
And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Run! Slay the princess!
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, 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 nerves, heart, lungs.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off the whole organ shutting down situation?
Like I said, I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Okay.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
I know. You told me last time.
True.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance.
Nuance.
I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
People will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
Yes.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Live together, run. Slay the princess. So I'm about to, of course, slay her or live together.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, 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 liver, nerves.
I don't know.
Lungs, liver,
All right.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
I'll let you leave.
No! Lungs, liver,
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
liver, nerves, heart.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and, shit.
Lungs, liver, nerves.
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Nerves,
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
lungs,
Trust having our back to her. You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right.
heart, lungs.
Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth. She needs us alive.
Yes, that's what I really believe.
What? Are you scared of turning your back to me? You don't have to be worried that I'm going to do something bad. You're too important to me now. And besides, what if I lost track of you and dropped the stairs on accident?
Lungs.
I wouldn't want that to happen. And I don't think you'd want that to happen either. So go on. Go ahead.
She urges you forward, like one might a reluctant pet.
Heart, lungs, liver,
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement. You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles, an uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
I like it. I love it, man.
You're almost there.
He's behind
The
me.
only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement. It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
nerves, heart,
I'm gonna put myself together back there.
heart, lungs, liver. Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him.
The door wasn't there before.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Because we helped her, maybe, that's why.
Yes, I remember. Of course, I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This
Thank
heart,
you. And you?
lungs,
You'd really rather us die down here than let her out?
heart.
Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important. You still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
Liver,
I think the door is locked.
lungs,
Try the door.
nerves.
You haven't even tried it. It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
Heart, lungs, liver.
So I can just slay her or try the door. Okay, I want to try the door. I don't want to slay her right now. Later.
You pull against the door. The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out.
Nerves, heart.
You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
Heart,
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you?
heart,
I never said I was.
liver,
If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her?
In the first place.
nerves,
I don't know. Secret reasons?
liver.
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
Shit. The princess moves past you and into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her. I thought you wanted us to slay her.
Lungs, liver.
It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over. Okay, what do we do?
Lungs,
I said, what do we do?
nerves.
Oh, do you want to hear from me now? Yes. Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system. We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain? Heart. Right, heart. Lungs. Lungs.
Liver.
Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart. Lungs.
You're terrible at this.
I know. I'm doing my best.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Heart. Lungs.
Finally, I can talk. Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness. It's easy to lose track of things.
They were asking you for your blessing to trust me.
Lungs. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Fuck this guy. Don't trust him.
Heart. Lungs.
He's probably into my other half or something.
Really?
So you'd have them trust her?
Lungs. Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it?
I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down. Thank you for your gracious show of support. But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact. Whatever. You heard what he had to say. So whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking. Alright, I'm done. You can let me take over again.
Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now. And I have to say my patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer, okay?
Ladies are not like that.
Open the door.
Slay the princess.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she?
We've already seen how she can change. In her final moments, the princess lunges forward, tackling you, and you both plunge into the endless abyss of her basement labyrinth. As the two of you fall, you rip your blade from her chest, tightly clutching it in your hands.
Have fun falling forever. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She tears herself away from you and tumbles away into the darkness. You are alone. And you are
Fall for the rest of your life.
Forever.
Terminal velocity.
But you saved the world. You should be proud of yourself for seeing this through. Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. Are we really gonna fall forever? Can't you narrate us some stairs out of here? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? Now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means you're falling. Forever. No. Oh, no. Oh, no, I hate this. You continue to fall.
Forever's gonna end eventually, right?
No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. You
The
continue
blade
to fall,
has
and you will only
blood
continue to fall.
there, if you see.
I feel sick. Doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before.
That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die?
Ooh, I love it.
Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
Because I see the world like a good place.
I just
Better
do.
place.
I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours. Why?
What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life.
Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
No, you have. Why specifically me? But I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys, what more do I need? Oh, I don't know. Falling forever doesn't seem to budge me. And I'm not a creature of biology. Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens? Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places? Drop the blade, slay yourself, wait. Let's go with this.
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
I don't know, falling forever doesn't seem too bad for me.
You say that now, but let's see how we all feel after a week, or a month, or a year. That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death falling through an infinite void. You have our way out. Use it.
Use it. The knife. It's not like it matters if I die, I'll just come back again.
Ah yes, the whole looping thing. How unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once.
I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you?
Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard, how much are you not telling us? Plenty, but it's all in your best interest. And the world's, and mine. She's dead and we're falling forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone?
It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time?
I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now? Oh, yeah, sorry, I was muted. I said that in another world she will be locked in the basement and she can steal her the world, so there's no point of me being here.
No.
He's not gonna tell me his secrets. How about now? Is it secret time?
Still no.
I might going to wear you down eventually. You might as well split those sweet, sweet secrets now. Then we'll have something else to talk about.
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it. I'm not.
Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Secret?
The narrator ignores you.
The narrator ignores
You
you.
can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can. The narrator continues to ignore you.
But I've got the best company I could ask for, you guys. I get it. You don't want us to die because you would be lonely. How sweet.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely. Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us, and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
I don't like this. Best company. Drop the blade.
No, what are you doing? You loosen your grip, and the blade tumbles through.
No, I'm not
your
gonna kill
fingers.
myself. Oh.
Now you're really falling forever. There's no way out now.
Oh, come on.
You mean, other than starving?
Right, I mean, other than that. You wait. Then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in. And the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time. But that doesn't stop it from passing. Nor does it stop your biology from unraveling. The only things you know for certain are that it's long and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words.
We really shouldn't have tossed the blade.
At least I didn't
No.
die, right?
You really shouldn't have. But biology and time are immutable forces. And eventually, long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark. and you die.
Is this some kind of black hole?
Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there.
Chapter 3. The Wraith.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. We've tried doing it our way and we've tried doing it his way. I think the only way left is hers.
Oh, I love... But I didn't kill myself. Actually, yes, probably I killed by biology things, but yeah.
Are you suggesting we let her out? And why shouldn't we? It's obvious she's the one with the real power here. We might as well ingratiate ourselves to our terrifying new overlord. Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way.
Yes, please
If she
help
gets
me.
out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included. See, it's that last part I'm not so sure about. We've ended twice now. We even ended her once, but it didn't matter, because it still threw us right back into these woods. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore.
But I didn't kill myself. I didn't slay myself with a dagger. I didn't try actually that.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright? Well then, if the world's rushing to an end, that's all the more reason for us to rush over to the cabin and make ourselves useful. It's all about making a good impression. If we're useful, there's a place for us.
She kind of reminds me of the Sherlock Holmes that was in Netflix. Her sister. If you know. If you don't, go watch the series, man. But she kinda reminds me of her. But yeah, she was killing also. In Sherlock Holmes, she was killing. His sister was killing also. Or she could make them suicide and stuff like that. Are you the same narrator we met in the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before. You've killed her and been killed by her. Neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now. What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own.
Okay, so bye. Go find yourself then.
So it sounds to me like she's getting out no matter what we do.
Seems like.
And I say, aligning ourselves with somebody like her
Or she may
is
never.
clearly the better option. She's going places. Let's make our way to the cabin and demonstrate our value. No, it's strictly worse. And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before. True.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no.
I would say yes, not no.
What does that mean? I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
All the more reason to side with her, really. It takes a bullshit artist to recognize a bullshit artist, and I'm one of the best in the business. So trust me when I say, he's full of it.
Voice of the opportunist.
They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Should I make myself like smaller? Sorry guys. Wait, let me do something first. Take a picture and then we can do it. Yeah, alright. I'll make myself smaller, way smaller, so you can see the... Wait. Something like that. Wait, sorry, I'm pressing wrong buttons. Okay, so we've killed her and it's been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever.
How do you know it's a loop?
Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
Do you see how little authority he has? He's practically just begging us at this point. She at least takes what she wants. She's inspirational, really. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
Yes.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do.
Of course we do. We've been over it. Find the one in charge and make sure she knows how helpful we are. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. Maybe letting her out really is the answer.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
No, you care. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice.
Clowns.
Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue.
Alright, that's something.
I wouldn't trust that if I were the one making decisions.
Take it however you will.
Enter. Alright, let's enter. Let's see.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a
Ooh.
single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Where's the blade?
Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time?
Let's be mindful of our position, boys. Without the knife, we lose part of our bargaining power. We should fold and beg for mercy as soon as we see her. I'm sure we have too much self-respect to do something so worm-like, right? We can always at least pretend to have a conversation as equals. We did kill her last time. Yeah, but she sort of let us do that, didn't she? And again, we don't have a blade. And look at the bright side, at least everybody knows exactly where worms stand in the pecking order. At the bottom, which is the most important part if you think about it, because it gives everybody else something to stand on, the bedrock, if you will. She'll understand the value of that.
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of the hallway, and that right now we can see behind it. What's there? What's behind it? Oh, nice question.
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement.
Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again?
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her.
I'll make myself bigger again. I don't like being so small there. Sorry. I was so small there. I don't like it.
Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. Oh, stop being such cowards, all of you. We know what we're going to do. We know what's going to happen to us. There's literally nothing to be afraid of.
Approach the mirror.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now.
Who says being watched is a bad thing? If we haven't done anything wrong, we don't have anything to worry about. I'm sure she knows we're on her side. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse.
You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
Jump scare.
Your bones snap.
Ew.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
The fuck?
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me.
I took the body out of here. And what's
So
that?
now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here.
Look my legs. What the fuck I am, man.
And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Great, we're all on the same page then. The important part now is that we let her know that we're completely on board with this.
Are we? She clearly hates us. I'm not sure letting her in is a good idea. Not like this.
Oh, don't have second thoughts. This has to happen. It's clearly the only way we save our skin and get out of here.
Save our skin is not exactly save our skin.
Ignore him. Have those second thoughts. Have them now.
Look, we're even now. You killed me and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right?
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
I'm a victim in all this, you know. Struggle finds us do it. I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Look, she's mad at us, I get it. But it's nothing we can't clear up after she possesses our body. Don't worry. I'm what you might call a smooth talker. I'll iron things out. Oh, will you now? With her like that? Good luck with that. Doesn't seem like she's too keen on forgiveness. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine? Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk. Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
The membrane of your soul.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Damn.
So cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Ow, fucking hell. Stop
I
this
know.
sounds.
You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. The two of you are being incredibly rude. Hi, hello, welcome. I live here, along with him, and... Well, I've never been clear on whether or not he lives here. I don't think this is helping. We should try to keep a low profile.
That's a low profile.
I just want to tell you how great a job you're doing. You're a real go-getter, really seizing destiny by the throat and making it yours. It's the kind of gumption a guy can really admire.
Bruh. It wasn't in the back.
That was then. This is now. I'm a big fan of winners, and you're the biggest winner around. I'll have you know that as soon as we wound up back in the woods on this go-around, I suggested that we free you. I'm on your side.
You're on my side so you can stab me in the back again. But that is never going to happen.
At the end of the day, I just want a job. I figure if he's right and you're going to end the world, there's got to be something else coming after all that. And I want to make sure I have a place helping you run it. I think you should stop talking.
No, you should keep saying anything. I like to feel you right in discomfort.
Look, all I'm saying is that whatever comes after is going to be a hefty management task. You don't want to do all that alone. And we are the only people you know. Possibly the only people left alive once you've done whatever it is you're going to do.
So we're going to die. No, we're going to do something worse than dying. She's going to torture us out of existence, and it's all going to be your fault.
All I'm doing is reading what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door.
Oh God.
The movement is stiff. Your
Those
body
sounds,
reduced to a
man.
marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Throw your body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do that.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Now this is just embarrassing. I would have made sure all of you had cushy jobs on the other side of this, but you're going to make it impossible to patch things up.
I will devour you.
It's now or never, no doubt. Just make it happen.
You throw everything you have against her and
The
manage for
Exorcist
one
3.
brief moment
When taken
to
against your
overpower
body.
the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
What was the achievement? When? That was a big name for an achievement. When taken against your will, deal with your enemy the only way you can.
Why do you hate me?
I don't know. Why do you hate me? What did I do wrong? I make myself bigger. I want to see myself bigger. Sorry guys, you want to see me? No? Oh well. Something like that? Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
And fall. Ha 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 ha.
I thought we already fell forever.
Yes, but now we're falling with her. She doesn't get an easy way out this time. Just like we didn't get an easy way out last time.
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it.
True.
What happens now?
So we stay like this forever.
I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Seems like he cannot find us or something.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
Thank you. Terminal velocity ceases and you feel a something, a mass, a growth turn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
Flower? But you don't answer her before something takes her and leaves something in her place. You feel a force underneath your feet once more.
She's gone. Where did she go?
In the mirror?
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is
It
gone.
is. Does that mean the world ended? Yeah. No voice needling us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy.
Itchy.
Cold. We're top of the pecking order now. Right, boys?
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for
Does
her.
this mean we won? You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone. But I don't.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us. And not in a good way. If they think it's bad, I'm with them. I'm begging you, don't do this.
I have no other options. Oh, ignore him. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
It feels final. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. The fuck I am? That's a good question. You're alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. To the cabin. You are at the cabin. Oh, she is. Approach here.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
How many hands? Damn, she can do a lot of hand job there. I mean, massage. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
What do you think I am? I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me.
I thought so. Something like.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's a good question. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Yeah, true. She couldn't hear him.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are we something like in a black hole or something? It's so fast that we don't feel it or something. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Which part? This beneath this part? But you were always the princess, or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Maybe she's the princess, but she's trying another way to convince me to let her out. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What the fuck does that mean? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Wow, that's a big thing. The gifts of fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
What?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
I think she's trying to convince me now to let her out.
Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
She's with you, right? Let her out there, of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
I don't believe you. Why should I believe you? What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Are you scared that I'll find you a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How can we be like dry and hollow if the space doesn't exist right now? Okay, anyway, I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do? Probably.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
But you destroy it as well. What? You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever. I mean, yes, I can wait forever. It's not a good ending, though. Or, I don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm ready to make me forget. What should I do? What should I do, guys? 1 or 2? Wait forever is 1. Okay, I'm ready to make forget is 2. I'm waiting. What should I do? What's all this here? What's this? Okay. I can save, though. What is auto?
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Fuck's sake. A seething vessel, bring the wraith to her. Chapter 1, the
You're
hero.
on a path in the woods.
The real slay,
And at the end
the
of that
princess
path
starts
is a
here.
cabin.
You will know it when you
And
see
in
it.
the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Is this the beginning again?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
You will know it when you see it. The real slay, the princess starts here. Fall for the rest of your life. 9.9% of players have this achievement. You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or RI on your controller. R1. R1. Tab. Skipping. Alright, so actually we're from the beginning. Okay, we can do something else. We can do different things now. I didn't see that, though.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that
We didn't
much
see
worse
that.
than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better.
We're
than
from the
slaying a
beginning now,
seamstress.
right?
Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Alright, let's go. Okay, we know how to kill her, so let's go into the cabin. I
You
think
make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning before you go any further.
proceed to the cabin. Alright, so we go into the cabin. This is from the beginning. It's from the beginning. Alright, let's play again.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls
Okay,
are painted in a
now
fine layout.
we're gonna hard here over
The
and
only
over.
furniture of note is a plain wooden
So in this
table.
playthrough, this
Perched
one,
on that table is a
okay, take the blade. I'm gonna
You
just
take the
stop
blade
here
from the
with
table.
every
It'd
time.
be rather difficult
Let's
to
see
slay
how
the
this is gonna
princess
go.
and save the world without it.
Ender. Alright, let's go. I took the blade and I'm in the
The door
cabin.
to the basement creaked.
Let's skip everything that we heard. So I think let's go here. Continues down. Hi. I think we're here. I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Alright. Let's be like the bad guys now. Let's try to stop
You
here
walk
every time we
downstairs
can.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
How can I skip? I cannot skip it? Ah. You weren't kidding me when you said you were here to kill me. Alright, skipping what we already heard. No way. Why would I even do that? Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I haven't decided. I'm just here. Steal your nerves. Yeah, it wasn't a joke. I know you brought a knife with you and everything. I don't want to skip those. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give me the to just talk things out.
She
Yes.
makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide.
No, tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay. I can... Fine then. I want to talk a little bit before I kill her, if I can. If it's something that I haven't seen it yet. Fine then, I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
That's all.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, that's all? Really? Come on.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Slay!
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Ah!
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Wait, I like that. Can I take a picture? Without the titles?
We can still turn this around.
Finish the job!
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there?
Look.
If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No, but I want to try.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, so I die after all. Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't... A terrible sense of déjà vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Yeah, alright.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Maybe.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Okay, let's go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Cannot skip that.
She will lie, lying. Are you the point of my...
Yeah, okay, we know that. Proceeds to cabin. She will lie, she will try everything, she will cheat, whatever. Okay, let's go.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest.
It's different
cold
now.
Stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Yes, of course. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay, I want to go to the mirror.
You walk up to the wall. What are you talking?
Yeah, wipe the
You
mirror.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But there was a mirror a second ago.
Ah, so now the mirror disappeared.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Enter. Ooh, damn.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
You see, is another one now.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Voice of the stubborn. So I have another voice now. It had the voice of the stubborn. I have the voice of the stubborn. Before I had the voice of the opportunist.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
But I still
As you
like
descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Doesn't stick.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Wait, sorry. It's my headset.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Okay, so we're gonna see those. I'm gonna kill her though. But explore. I want her to follow Mr. Red. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
So it's not has to do with the parallel universes and stuff. If he doesn't remember.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You look exactly the same.
Do you remember me?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
3 minutes? What was that? What did she say? She just said it to me. Best 3 minutes of my life. At least was your best minutes, man. It was 3, yeah, not much, but it was your best, right?
See? She wants to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
I'm actually here to free you. No. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Bye. Look at that.
Finally ready to
Attack
complete your
again.
destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Here we go. Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. But she's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me.
No, I want to kill you.
It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point? So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
I don't.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win.
She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her. If that's your plan, then that's your plan.
Yes, that's my plan.
Push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more.
That's my plan. Alright.
You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle.
No, we can do this. Just keep pushing.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
You pull back on the blade's hilt, doing your best to free it from its sinewed prison. But as you tug the blade free, the princess slams you down onto her knee. It collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. And you find yourself in midair, effortlessly tossed across the room. You hit the floor, your ribs complaining painfully, but you can feel the hilt in your grip. You still have your weapon.
That's good.
You push yourself off the ground and attack the princess, trying to bait an opening. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts in the tattered remains of her white dress. But you have little room to maneuver. For every glancing blow you manage to land, she slams you against the wall in retaliation.
This weak little dance isn't working. Just toughen up and overpower her. She's throwing us around like a ragdoll. I think overpowering her is a little out of the question.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts? All this dancing around is doing nothing but annoying me. I own this place, and I own you.
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head, fingers gripping your skull.
How disappointing.
She killed me.
She squeezes, the pressure unbearable as her fingers dig into your scalp. The last thing you hear is the unsettling crack of your skull and the sickening churn of what was your grey matter. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Good. Chapter 3.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner?
No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included. Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Then what is going on?
What's going on is that you'd only be saying the things you've been saying if you'd already been here, and if you'd already seen things you weren't supposed to have seen.
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin, see this through.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason.
We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other.
Well, fortunately, you have an entire trip through the woods to reconsider that. There's nothing to reconsider. We're all for violence here.
Yeah.
Are we? I haven't signed off on anything yet.
No.
Violence is the answer here, but the
Yes.
method is equally important to the
True.
act.
That's
You
true.
can't let her leave the cabin.
It's like I said, all just circles. Instinct tells me we need space, and I trust instinct. Nothing else to say. Not for me.
No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase. The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Yep.
See? We have even less space than before.
Take the blade.
We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there. Take it. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You do see it, right?
No.
All we see is a damned mirror. This really is just like last time.
It smells of nothing, yet it's still there.
Smash it! Smash
You bring
it!
your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Why am I not surprised? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters.
Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom. but it will require careful effort. The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Maybe.
Goad her, rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
Dead certain. Everything inside of me screams for it.
Ooh.
We need to get closer. She needs to see us to give chase.
You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you.
Remember every crack and crevice. We'll need to be faster than her.
You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness. Her face widens into a broad grin.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me,
Damn.
bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh, break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
I really don't like the sound of this.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do.
Yep.
So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's talk a bit first. We can always fight when we're done. I have questions. I want to know what is happening after you killed me.
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have.
Alright.
You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
Run.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
In the toilet as well?
Good.
Good.
You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same?
I want to attack you, but the game doesn't leave me.
Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there.
Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there.
And we'll take the fight. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass. You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me! Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head!
it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not, let your body move you.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real.
You
The
fall
only thing
right
that's
into my
real is
trap.
bloodshed.
Yeah.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move. Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
We're actually going to pull this off, aren't we?
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
I feel like someone with a microphone shouts on my ear. With a bad microphone, actually.
The two of you engage
When
in
she
a
screams.
devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. More! Keep going, we can't stop, now! You spy an opening. This time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Ah, when she dies, go back to her. A wide open field, lure an enemy to adventurous terrain and win. But you don't have the chance to respawn, nor you will have. It's time for you to leave. Memories return.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
And there's that mirror again.
Of course, you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Death. Real death. Screw that! This can't be the end, it just can't!
The blood. You've grown. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Oh, 84% of the players have this achievement. Proceed to the cabin.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
When this is all done, do you know what to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Ah, so they made her like that, so you can play the game again and again, so she doesn't remember every time. She will be something different.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself.
Just to have a little backstory, so you play the game over and over. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
That's true.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like that, like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Yeah, true.
Do not worry. There are no wrong answers. And every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Every choice of the game, Simi wants to say. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a fierce heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have given me enough to build a pond. My waters are shallow and murky,
Your
and I
waters.
yearn for more perspective. The task of finding my vessels is your burden to carry.
Alright. Destroy the body. Attack the entity. I'm ready to go back. Attack the entity. No. Destroy. You feel nothing at all. Out of many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Ah. Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Alright, I'm ready to go back then.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Alright. Beautiful. A tunnelic vessel, bring the eye of the needle to her. Chapter
You're
1.
on a path in the woods.
Alright. So now, okay, so we done, the first playthrough was my way. The second was just trying to kill her every time, and now I'm just gonna try to save her. Good. Okay, silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up.
Yep, proceed. Let's skip those dialogues.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
No, I'm not gonna take the blade now and going in the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Oh, maybe I need
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the roof. Her voice
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing.
It's different now.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Lie, I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You will see much more things.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Oh, fuck no, I didn't.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, you're doing the right thing.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up here. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break free.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the... Your shouts and pleas are met. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Fuck, yeah, true.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of... It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
What?
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
She could do that all the time before. She could just eat her, cut her hand, like eating it or something, cutting it with the mouth. She didn't do it so much time before.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
What? Slay the princess! Warn her. Slay the princess. Look how many how many choices I have. Slay the princess. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright. The damsel.
You're on a path in the... You're here.
Oh, God. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Of a
If we're going to
smitten.
save our beloved, we'll have to be
Smiten.
sneaky about it.
Smiten. Voice of a smiten. The voice of a smiten.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
True. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this did really happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Proceed to the cabin. Okay, let's go.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Villain.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did
Villain.
everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I beg to differ.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
No, I don't have the common. I have the common sense, but I'm not gonna do it now.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Didn't have.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Reincarnation of something?
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Ah, maybe.
She would never. She's a perfect
She would
angel,
never.
but you cruelly imprisoned as part of
Cruelly
some
imprisoned.
convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Dastardly schemed.
Convoluted.
Convoluted.
I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
This is bad. How do you know it's bad? So I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
No.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
The right call for you.
Just be quick about it.
Wait, what? The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is this supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and
No.
that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
I don't trust the narrator here, man. In this game, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I trust more the princess than the narrator.
Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
No.
Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in the basement? Where is this
People
place?
locked her in.
Oh yeah, we know that. Okay, that's all.
Right, now
What the Turn around
You
and leave.
have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Why? What does that
A
mean?
warning. She will lie, she will
Yes,
cheat,
yes, yes,
and
yes.
she will do everything in her...
Yes, yes,
Don't
yes.
pay their bickering anymore.
Move, move, move.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I'm not gonna take the blade again.
The blade is your implement.
No.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, those two, we've seen that before. I'm gonna approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall. What are you talking about?
Wipe the mirror
You
clean.
reach for...
but there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Okay, enter the basement without the blade. Again. The blade is gonna come, I think. Just like
The
that.
door to the basement creaks open,
It's
revealing
different
an
now.
intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the
But it's
princess
still a
lives
stone
here,
basement.
Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Doesn't seem like
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
right now.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Wedding bells already. So the voice of the smitten, in my head anyway, won't she like to marry her?
I've held my tongue till now, but
Like
you're
fell in
taking this
love
a
with
little
her?
too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Over the top phone.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Achievement. Don't fall in love. You didn't fall in love with a princess. Achievement unlocked.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her
You
wrist,
see, she's sweet
binding
now.
her to the far wall.
Still sweet.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
My love.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
My spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
The narrator.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Did you hear that? I love this accent. Did you hear that? She said you were
And
dashing.
she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
She remembers now. Oh, she was remembering before as well.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure
We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Oh yes, I didn't break the blade again. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
No?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision.
It was self-defense or something. But still, okay.
She made the best decision for her. Don't
True.
be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Yes. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Ah. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
I don't know.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
I love this guy. So like blinded love. Blinded in love.
Listening to her, that's a confession.
Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them. Ooh! No, I don't want the world to end. I like both of them, but I'm curious about this one.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world.
Oh.
I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
She confessed! She confessed! What?
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you.
Yes, true.
Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out.
But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy.
So the voice of a Smitten is me, right? Me playing, or no?
By destroying the world.
Apparently, yes.
Good. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
I don't care. Killing me is not a good reason. Actually, killing the world is not a good reason. The world.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Ah, she's so cute.
She took that in stride.
Voice of
To
the
a
smith of the
surprising
smiter.
extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Ah, haven't thought about that.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
How do you know that? You cannot possibly know that. If she cannot hear you, so I cannot hear the possible narrator of her. So you cannot possibly know. You're lying. Or you just... There's no else like me. No, you cannot possibly know it. You're lying.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I think we played the way... We played all these game throughs. It was like the proper way. One way is how you would like to play, the other one just try to destroy everything, and the last of it, you see exactly how we play this. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What?
Ow.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yeah, that's weird for sure.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Smiling Granger.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
True.
So go ahead and slay her.
Rescue. I don't have any other options anyway.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths. If you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
How can I do it like that? She could do it by herself, like sliding the chain away from her hand. I mean... What?
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's take a picture of that. Can we? Shall we?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
For Mr. Romance.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Who needs a weapon when we have a power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave and then we have What do you want to
Let
do?
me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Jump scare.
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
It's gonna jump scare me. It's gonna be like, ah! Pretty sure about that.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Do you want to end the world? I love this. There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy.
So, you know, she's trying, or the game anyway, trying to make us now, at this point, is trying to make us end our world by ourselves. I like
Makes
that.
sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Clever. You have to want something more than just make me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
But what would you make you
I
happy?
just want to make you happy.
The music.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a
The
big
music.
deal.
Is starting. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Starting to be
Is it just
creepy.
me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
And they lived happily
we're the
ever
only ones
after.
here.
It's all she wanted. Achievement! Look, that achievement! It's all she wanted. And they lived happily ever after. Can we just end the world? Memory Reacher.
She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a...
Okay, mirror. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Okay. The decay. You're withered.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
Ah, she's
A
different now.
mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be contradiction? What does contradiction means, man? Oh, let me see it. Contradiction, what the? Sorry. Contradictions. Oh. How can you stand to be equal?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems to distance near you. I have no opinion on one way or another on the matter. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me, and I hate it. I think I hate you. No, remain silent. No. If anything makes me like you more, I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
God damn it, that's true. That's so true. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
So depends my choices. She's getting worse and worse. Off a little worse and then gentle or something like that. I mean, everything starts from the beginning, how you gonna approach that. Because if you kill her, or if you try to make her any harm, she will be mad after that.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
No, don't worry. I'm still planning to kill you once we're done with this. You know that at the end of this, once we're finished, I'm going to kill you? Do you know what happens to the words we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
No, you're lying. You said that you'd killed the world before. When you killed me, you killed the world afterwards. You just admitted before.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
And you say that you saw what I saw. Have you figured out what you will want when we finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
What does that mean? So you don't have any preferences on how would you like to change or grow?
The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
I don't want to do those killing things, so I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Damn. An idealized vessel.
You're on a path in the woods.
Shh. An idealized vessel. Bring the deconstructed damsel to her. Alright. So yes, alright, so I think we can stop now. So I played the way in the beginning as I would like to play. And as it evolves, at least with the choices that I had at the specific time. The other, I tried to kill her every time. I didn't succeed. And the third time it was love story actually. It was just a love story. Good. Of course I will play a little bit more off stream with the game. I want to explore a couple more of dialogues and stuff. I'm a little curious. I will play a little bit more. For this stream, for this gameplay, we're gonna stop it. It's an interesting game, very, very unique. I don't think it's meant for everyone. Not only because of the catastrophic things, like you can be like someone that wants in the game for the world to end, and you can do it in the game. I don't mind that. I'm not focusing on that. It's stupid if someone focuses on that. To be like, oh look, the game it says about destroying the world. It's just a game, man. Just play it, relax. And I will keep playing a little bit more. I'd see though, maybe not, depends my time with a real life program. But I'll try to play a little bit more to see some more dialogues, some more choices and stuff. And that's all. I'm pretty happy. Nice game, really fun. It was fun. Very, very unique game. And I like that you can do whatever you like here. Good one. So I recommend it. Go play it. If you think that you may like it, it's very relaxing game. You actually use only your mouse. And it's something that you'll say, oh, let's go with this. You just go. It's so relaxing. I feel like I didn't do anything today. Like normally I have to think a lot about what I'm gonna do. I have to move my character and stuff. It's a nice change for a gaming change for the normal things, or from the horror games that you have to get jump scare and you think of the puzzles all the time. But it's a nice change. All right, that was all. Okay, so the stream and the gameplay of course ended. This stream ended, the gameplay ended. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining the stream, the people that they joined the stream. Thank you for stopping by. I would be happy if you, of course, if you want to see more videos and more games about me, feel free to follow me on the tweets, like the Facebook page, and join Discord channel. In Discord channel, always suggest me new games that I haven't played in the channel. Okay, and when I say in the channel, I mean in the YouTube. Oh, sorry. I always upload the videos later on YouTube. You can watch them later. If you missed the stream, there is no problem. You can watch it later on YouTube. And you can watch it there. That's all. All right. Subscribe in the YouTube channel, of course, if you want to watch more. Hit the bell button. Works pretty well. If you want to know when a new video is uploaded or whatever happens in the channel, you get informed. And also in the tweets as well. That's all from me for now. Don't forget, I say that again, suggest me games in Discord. Games in the game suggestion tab. Suggest me games that I haven't played in the channel. If you don't know what games I've played, find a game and search it on YouTube. If I haven't played it on YouTube, suggest it. If yes, please don't. Thank you. Fire and kisses. I love you guys. I hope you had a great week, and of course I hope for the next week to be a better one than the previous one. That's all. Stay happy, positive, and I'll see you to the next one. Of course, you can share whatever video, whatever gameplay you like with someone that he or she may like them. And that's all. Fire and kisses to everyone. See you next time. Take care of yourselves, guys. Love you.